Yes, everyone, how are we doing? And welcome to the match preview for Manchester City versus Liverpool. It doesn't get much easier than Wednesday night, does it? We come up against a team that is all but Premier League champions. And call me crazy, but I think Man City have actually got a chance in this game. I know it sounds mental considering the fact we got battered at the Bernabeu less than 72 hours ago, and we're coming up against the best team in England this season by a country mile. I don't think anyone's really got close to Liverpool, have they? But from the games I've watched of Liverpool, especially recently, they look gettable. I look, in all fairness, a lot less gettable than City have looked. But when I look at that Liverpool side over the past few weeks, right, a bad result at Plymouth. They got knocked out of the FA Cup by Plymouth. And I understand a few of the big hitters weren't playing, your Van Dijk, your Salah, your Trent, whatever. They still had more than enough quality that game to beat Plymouth. They got knocked out. Everton, they blew it away in the last minute, 98th minute, an equaliser for Everton. And to be honest, Everton were a far better side that game. Liverpool only had about 6 shots all game. They were nowhere near good enough. And then, what other games has there been? Wolves. I watched that Wolves game on Sunday last week, and I tell you what, Wolves deserve something out of that game. They were all over Liverpool, especially in that second half. Wolves got at them, and look at Wolves. They were 18th, 17th in the league, and even Villa, I thought Villa matched them, if not were better than them midweek. I've seen the highlights, obviously. I didn't watch the whole game because it was the same day as City Real Madrid, but them past 4 games especially, I've looked at Liverpool in all games, and I thought, as mental as it sounds, it's, when you look at the form and the Premier League table and everything, all included. But I think City have a chance here of getting a good result. Now, look, when it comes to this game on Sunday, I think this is an absolutely massive game for both teams, obviously for different reasons. You look at Liverpool, they need the 3 points to try and extend the lead at the top. They've looked a little bit shaky, like I've just been saying, a few results that haven't exactly been ideal. Arsenal, especially if Liverpool lose this game, could be right up them, do you know what I mean? Only a few points off them, so they'll want to win, a big win. A win at the Etihad as well, a big rival over the past decade or so. Obviously that's massive for Liverpool, just as a confidence booster and just a pusher to go on and really push this league. And when it comes to City, this is massive, absolutely massive in City's battle to get back into the Champions League for next season. We're in 4th place right now, only 3 points off 3rd place in Nottingham Forest. Chelsea and Bournemouth, who are behind us, are only 1 point away from us. It's dead tight there. That 3rd to 6th or 7th place is really, really tight. And a lot of the teams around us have huge games as well this weekend. Nottingham Forest play Newcastle, I think 6th. Chelsea play Aston Villa away, a very difficult game. We got beat there at Villa Park a few weeks ago, so some massive games, some massive results, and the table could look very different at the end of this game week. We could catch up, we could be in 3rd place, but then at the same time we could drop to as low as 6th. It's going to be tight, so I think this game for City is massive, especially with that Forest. We're looking, obviously, we want to get as high as possible. 3 points off 3rd, we've got a better goal difference than Forest. If City win, and obviously Forest have got to go to St James's Park. That's a tough place to go. I expect them to lose, to be honest. They're a good side, but I'd back Newcastle in that. So, and this is massive. With Forest, City play Forest in a few weeks too. So yeah, we need a win. We absolutely need a win. And actually not just for the standings of the Premier League. I think this is massive for City, just, as far as the morale, the fans, the players, the everything about this club as a collective. It was an absolute disaster in Madrid, for a good period of that game. It looked like men versus boys. So we need to come out on Sunday firing, come out with a big performance, start well, just pick ourselves up very quickly and show them why we are still champions of England, do you know what I mean? Now, if we take a look at the players that are fit for Sunday, I don't bring you good news. Honestly, it's so frustrating watching City this season, I feel like we've always had key players out, and then just as soon as we get a few back, we lose a few. And for that Real Madrid first leg, I looked at that squad and I thought, wow, it's the first point in this season that I thought, it feels like almost everyone's back, obviously bar Rodri and like Oscar Bob. Everyone was back. We lost 2 in the Madrid game. We lost Stones in the second leg. I feel like we lost someone in between then as well. Haaland against Newcastle. It's just, we can't catch a break. So yeah, no John Stones is an absolute certain. It looks more like he's going to be out for months rather than weeks, with the words of Pep Guardiola, which is just, it's awful, I think that's him out for the season. It could be. He might need surgery. He can't catch a break. You look at him as a person, as a footballer, he's had it hard this past 18 months or so, in and out of injury, really can't get a string of games. It's difficult, and with a lot of the talk at the minute about City's summer, And there's going to be a fair few players leaving. I'll touch on that, after the season, or maybe before then, but not ahead of this Liverpool game. But Stones is one of the players that's on that list of, looks like Man City could look to move on. He's getting to the 30s age now. He's still got a lot of football left in him, but with how he struggled for injuries this season and even last season, and they just needed a bit of change at City, a bit of, to freshen things up. It looks like Stones could be on his way. I hope not. I hope this isn't the last game we've seen of John Stones. I hope he's, back for a good end of the season. But yeah, it's a big blow losing Stones ahead of this game. Losing Erling Haaland ahead of that Real Madrid game was obviously quite a shock. We found out about 10 minutes before the lineups were announced, and yeah, he came out of nowhere for me. It sort of deflated me a little bit. I was dead excited for the game, and just seeing that was like the final nail in the coffin. It just thought, I don't really give us much hope. Pep's not produced an update on Erling ahead of the game. I would hope that he'd be back. Obviously, he was part of the substitutes for that game, but it really counts for nothing. He didn't warm up. He didn't even warm up ahead of the game, never mind during it. He may as well just not been part of the squad for the game, so we don't really know. I've not seen any training pictures. I don't think City have even trained since Madrid ever. They got home on Thursday. Pep had his interview yesterday, Friday, so yeah, I don't know. I hope he's fit, I really do. I think City looks a little bit lost going forward without a target man up there. Marmoush obviously is brilliant, had a brilliant game against Newcastle, but I think he's better just playing off a striker or going out wide. I think City need a striker. And it is mental to think in it. I don't think Marmoush was the Haaland, backup. I think he was the Alvarez replacement, and I wouldn't be surprised in summer if we went out and actually got a striker. There's a buyback there for Liam Delap that I wouldn't mind us activating. I think for games like this, or just games in general where we've got no Haaland, I think we still need a striker. I don't think Marmoush is a striker from what I've seen, but yeah, obviously, the only game I've seen him up front is against Real Madrid, and it's a tough game, so if there is no Haaland, and so be it, I would expect Marmoush in the false nine. And he might impress, Kanate. If he starts for Liverpool, he's looked a little bit shaky the past few weeks. Obviously, Van Dijk's a unit and he'll be difficult, but I believe in him. I believe in the boys still. But yeah, Haaland, it'd be a massive, massive advantage for City if we could get Haaland back for this game. And look, that's that. As far as an injury update, we're in the same position as far as everyone else as we were ahead of the Real Madrid game. Jack Grealish was fit for Madrid, just didn't play. De Bruyne was fit for Madrid, just didn't play. It was manager's choice, and you got to back the manager. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they'd have made that much of a difference. I think we were always getting beat in that second leg. We were defeated at the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the first leg, weren't we really? But it is what it is. We've got to let that go. We've got to forget about that Champions League. Get over Madrid, and that's what I'm saying. We need a big statement win, a big statement performance anyway on Sunday, just to get us over Madrid, just to everyone forget about Real Madrid. Think positive for the rest of the season. There's a good 10 to 15 games. I'm not too sure how many games left of the Premier League season, but I know there's more than 10. There's still an FA Cup to play for. We could end this season very strong, and Sunday's the start of it, Right, well, I think I've spoke about everything I want to speak about, so let's get into the lineup that I would start ahead of this game. Of course, Ederson in net. I'll be honest, I think the back four sort of speaks for itself now. With the position that City are in, Akanji just had surgery, Stones might need surgery. We've only got 4 defenders left, haven't we, really? Other than Vita Reyes, but obviously, I don't think he's even made an appearance in the Premier League yet. Right back's got to be Kusanov. I thought he actually held his own against Real Madrid, against Vinicius Jr. I thought he did quite well. He'll be coming up against Luis Diaz, so it'll still be a challenge for him, but if he dealt with Vinicius well enough, then he could deal with anyone well enough, innit? I thought he was actually quite impressive at right back against Madrid. Left back, Gavaggio. Now look, he's going to have a job on his hands. Dealing with Salah, probably been the best player in the league this season. Not probably, definitely been the best player in the league this season. Seems to always find a way of scoring against us. I hope he can keep him quiet. We've struggled over the years, dealing with him. No matter the left back we've had, whether it's been Mendy, whether it's been Laporte, whether it's been Cancelo, Fabian Delph, it doesn't matter. Everyone on that left-hand side has been, they've come out in a losing battle against Salah, regardless of the City-Liverpool result. Salah's always had the better of the left-back, and I hope Gavaggio does the business. The 2 centre-halves I would go with is Ake and Ruben Diaz. Obviously, if Ake starts, he's got in that left centre-half role. I think that would give him a bit of support, Gavaggio. 2-on-1, Ake and Gavaggio against Salah, I'd back the Blue Boys, but yeah, man, Salah's good. He's dangerous this season. So the City defence is going to have a job on their hands, honestly. Moving into the midfield, I think we've got to switch it up a little bit from the midfield that started against Madrid. You know, we were ran through in that game, and Liverpool, likewise with Madrid, have a dangerous midfield and a dangerous attack. And we need to win this battle in the middle. So I'd stick with Nico Gonzalez. Obviously, I don't think he had a great game against Madrid, but not many players did. He was good against Newcastle. Hopefully he can do the business in this game. He's got to start. And then it's alongside him. Who do you partner him up with? Now, for me, I dropped Gundogan. He's done 2 consecutive matches, and I thought he played well against Newcastle, was hit and miss against Real Madrid, but you can't be starting Ilkay Gundogan at the age of 34, 35 in 3 big games like this consecutively. I don't want Gundo there. Bernardo, I wouldn't mind it. I know a lot of people have been getting on Bernardo's back, but I think he's a brilliant player, and I don't understand the Bernardo hate lately. That's it. I don't understand it one bit. He's not been fantastic, but who has been? I wouldn't mind him starting. He loves a game like this as well. He's feisty, a little feisty relationship with Liverpool, so I wouldn't mind Bernardo starting alongside him. And then there's De Bruyne there as well, isn't there? Was an unused substitute in the Real Madrid game. I think I'd be happy with De Bruyne starting. I would go though with Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield, the pair of them. Obviously that does leave out Mateo Kovacic, who hasn't really got a game for City lately, has he? I wouldn't mind it if he started, to be fair. I just think Pep's more likely to go with the other 2. Bernardo, De Bruyne going forward as well in a game like this. If there is no Haaland, we're going to need more attacking threat than a Mateo Kovacic. So I think the 2 I'd start alongside Nico for me is definitely Bernardo and Kevin De Bruyne. And I'm picking this team as if there is no Erling Haaland, because if you're not fit enough to play a minute, not fit enough to even warm up on a Wednesday night, I doubt you're fit enough to play on a Sunday evening. So yeah, I'd expect there to be no Haaland, and I'd go for the same front 3 that there was against Real Madrid: Phil Foden, Savinho and Omar Mamouche. Now, they need to play better. All 3 of them need to play better. Savinho needs to get into the game more. Foden needs to get into the game more. And I think Mamouche needs to find himself a little bit more. He looks a little bit lost up front against Real Madrid. So we need big performances out of all them 3. Obviously, there are other options. Doku could get a start. You know, we've not seen Doku since his return. He's not started a game. I wouldn't mind Doku starting, actually. It'd be a different option to what we've had lately. And Jack Grealish on the bench. He's fit now to play. I'd be more than happy for Jack to play. I love him. Anytime I speak about Grealish, I always say that, don't I? I do love him. But yeah, I quite like it. But I just think the front 3 that City are more likely to go with, Pep's more likely to go with, is that Foden, Savinho and Omar Mamouche. But hey ho, I don't really mind. We've got a lot of quality in the squad, and I think it'd be difficult to pick a bad team with the players that we've got. You can interchange quite a few of them. I know it does tend to upset a lot of people, that the way that Pep interchanges players, and he doesn't start certain individuals at certain games, but you can't make everyone happy. Do you know what I mean? And I made a TikTok on this actually a couple of days ago, speaking about people, and that's me putting it nicely, idiots I should say, questioning Guardiola and whether he's the right man for this job still, as if he's not took over England the past decade, won 6 Premier League titles in 7 seasons, won a treble, a domestic treble alongside that too, formidables, 100 points, pissed every record in the league. Do you know what I mean? As if he's not had the biggest effect on English football that any manager's ever had. Sorry, I'll just leave it there. You know what I mean? I thought I'd just drop that in a little bit. But I said about how Pep, you can't really win. You know, if you start De Bruyne, you're starting to finish De Bruyne what you're doing. You know, De Bruyne shouldn't be playing at this age. If you don't start him, it's like, wow, there's no creativity. There's, you know, Kevin De Bruyne's there. If Bernardo Silva starts as well, oh my God, Pep with his loyalty to Bernardo is annoying. And then if he chooses to start Kovacic instead of him or Gundogan, you think, you know, but people are having to go saying, why is Kovacic, why is Gundogan starting over Bernardo Silva? With the wingers, people are happy about Doku being left out. But if you take out Foden or Savinho, people question that and say, you know, why they're not starting. You can't fit all the big hitters. We've got a good squad. And as far as options going forward, it's only Haaland that's out injured now, isn't it? Other than Oscar Bob, but we've not had Oscar Bob all season. So yeah, you can't fit everyone in the same squad. And Pep will never win with that, because there'll always be people complaining and always could be people upset about their favourite players being left out. But I don't care. I back Pep more than I back anyone, do you know what I mean? And I believe that whatever he chooses will be the right squad and will be a good squad. So yeah, look, that's that. Tomorrow's the big one, isn't it? City, Liverpool. I'm nervous for it. And look, I've come in here quite positive, haven't I? Because I do think this is a good chance for City to rebound from Wednesday night, put a statement out there, you know, redeem themselves from Wednesday's performance, and distracts everyone from our Champions League exit. It's the first time we've not made the round of 16 in, I think, 12 years. So, come out there with a big win, a big performance anyway, and distract people. And look, by no means is this me coming in here saying that we're going to steamroll Liverpool, we're definitely going to beat them. It is still going to be a tough game. And I'm scared for it, I'll be honest. Liverpool have the most deadly attack this season in the Premier League, and City at the back have looked vulnerable and are very easy to get at. It could go either way. City could turn up and have a proper performance, a well-oiled defensive, proper put-together midfield helping out, just top to bottom, a proper City performance. Everyone works for one another, and we get a result, a good draw, a good win, whatever. Or it could just fall apart. There's individual mistakes again, and we concede late on, and Salah does what he does against City, and you know what I mean? Anything could happen tomorrow, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm going to think positive going into it. And yeah, that's that. Obviously tomorrow my matchday vlog will be out. I'll be going to the game, so I look forward to that somewhat. And yeah, if you've not already, subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Give it a thumbs up if you've not already. And yeah, nice one for watching. Come on, City. Come on!